behold. Let no man look up at the sky with hope. And let this day be cursed by we who ready to wait. The Kraken!
No, cut. Mother biscuit! That's take like what, 102? It's Hydra. Hydra. The line is release the Hydra. Sir, that's not how. Just say the line. Just say the line. Say the line. Say the. Good morning, afternoon, evening, and good dawn, contenders. Pirate references and horde acting aside, this is your boy Cyfix wishing you a dope and dank day. With 1.4.8, we have Hydra shaking up their own pattern just a bit with new and drastic shop changes, new crystal use rewards, and the utter destruction of the xcoin system. Maybe utter destruction is extreme, but man, it is going to be hard pressed for anybody to recommend any TP scrapping now. It's really bad now. In addition, we have some of the usual weapon changes, tweaks, and a new item system and status effect. My voice is still a little hoarse from yelling at people to get their lines right, so give me a second while I get a well-deserved drink.
Don't pause. Press play.
Sup contenders and stray YouTubers alike, thank you for stopping by my neck of the woods where I cover unique and interesting action RPGs and arena games that strike my fancy. If you catch yourself smiling or learning something new, I urge and encourage you to drop a like and roll that beautiful face over the subscribe button for dope videos and streams on games across all platforms. Shameless YouTube self-promotion out the way, let's start with the soft-boiled stuff first. Kicking off 1.4.8, we have a new shop tab and crystal box system, and now they're officially calling it Gacha. And just off the cuff, I can feel that many people kind of are like grinding their teeth on this one. Don't worry, we'll take this apart. Originally, the lucky boxes were worth 270 gems for 10 rolls and gave players a 1% chance to get a legendary TP at random. This chance was the same for every box no matter what if you spent $1,000 or used a free 600 crystal code to get it. It's the same deal. It's totally possible to get multiple legendaries in a 1x pool. It's totally possible to get no legendaries in 500 pools. With that, we have two types of pools now. Lucky pool and for a limited time, the Hydra Gacha. The main difference is that if you roll a legendary with the Hydra Gacha box, you have a 5 times higher chance for that particular legendary to roll the Hydra one-handed sword itself. Both boxes have a 4% chance to roll a legendary, literally 400% chance over the original boxes for a 60% increase in price. Not a bad trade. It's like if you buy a burger for $1 and suddenly they're like, yeah, well for $1.60 you get 4 burgers now. That ain't bad, I like that. I'm a big eater, I'm a big guy in real life, so you know, that's just me. Moving on. With this change up, we got the new mileage system. With this system, any crystals you spend on boxes will ultimately lead to a reward. This is guaranteed. Every box you open gives you 1 mile. Every 40 miles will give you a TP coupon sent to your inventory, which I'll go over later. For now, let's cover the coupons. As you can see by holding down each milestone, these coupons are geared towards a certain gear slot at Epic and then later at Legendary. These coupons can be used to select the exact piece of gear you want. Missing that Vector helm or Undertaker helm? Use saved up mileage to get the coupon for the item and then burn the coupon to get your desired TP. Pretty simple, right? And this time it didn't take 3 friends and 20 minutes to figure it out. Actually, it only took like 2 minutes and 2 friends. Thank you NKL and Krite in the Discord. The best part is that the system does not reset until you filled it up. So take your time, gather those crystals and burn those boxes. Do not use them for gold. Ultimately, it's nice to get something back for all the crystals you spend. And especially, you know, if it's guaranteed, it's not another chance, you know, it's not, oh, you get these many lucky boxes and gachas and we're gonna give you an extra gacha that you might just blow. Like, no, this is guaranteed. So to be frank, I'm super happy about this. This is probably one of the best things they've added, especially for both free to play and pay to play players. You know, it's just a huge step towards everyone having legendaries and everyone being on equal footing. Good job. Sidebar, the inventory system is simply a space to put your coupons and other future event items in. You can access the inventory selection from your character screen by pressing the inventory button in the upper left next to the new drone button, also added to the character gear screen. You ever have that time where you forget to, equip the right drone after you just did an entire gear swap? Happens to me all the time. Now it's right here, you can access it with the click of a button. You don't have to go to a whole other part of the UI just to do it. Also, sidebar to sidebar, if you have the Crystal subscription, this sub is being replaced down the line in a future update and is no longer available. If you have the sub, it'll continue to give you crystals until it runs out. I'm super curious to see what they replace this with, and only time will tell. Moving on to gear tweaks and game balance, we have some giant weapon changes. Giant Mace as a class had its combo 1 stamina damage increased from 60 to 70. As I've said before, stamina is super important, and more stamina depletion is always welcome to Giant Mace. It needs everything it can possibly get. More buffs for Giant Mace, please. Speaking of which, the Goliath itself got a few tweaks directly here and there. Fever built from attacking was increased. The damage on combo 1 was increased from 80 to 90%, but the damage on combo 3 was decreased from 140 to 130%. To be real, combo 3 on Goliath can get you in trouble if you just spam it. You should be timing when you use that skill if you use it at all. Finally, Grim Reaper got its overall fever build speed nerfed to help with the frequency of its AoE fever explosion. I wasn't too bothered by Reapers 1 versus 1, mostly because there aren't that many Reapers out there to begin with, but it's very true that the AoE blast was really nice added DPS to it. So it's good to see that get scaled back just a little bit. By the way guys, big change up. xcoins now cost 10 times what they used to cost to be produced, and that's across all rarities of TP. Yeah, I know. So basically until now, there's been a massive discount on the cost of TP to xcoin conversions, which made xcoin boxes so useful and convenient to level rare and even epic TP. Now at 10 times the cost, it'll cost 10 gold per every 1 xcoin. At 300 coins per box, each one will literally cost you 3,000 gold. Meanwhile, at higher levels, TP costs 20k to 60k and upwards of 100k to upgrade. This could be the devs' way of encouraging players to burn their gold. Not sure so far, but we'll keep an eye out there for you. For now, do not scrap anything. And I mean anything. Don't scrap a single thing that you even remotely think you're gonna use, because it's kind of like not worth it right now. We have a new status effect in the game now called Exhaustion, which reduces the stamina recovery of your target by 50%. This is going to be really crippling in many cases and will definitely light a fire under the butt cheeks of the more defensive players in the game. Fortunately, this can only be triggered by one weapon in the game for right now. Which leads me to the new legendary. We finally have our legendary one-hander, the Hydra. Yeah, I bet the beginning of this video makes a lot more sense now, don't it? At level 11, it has stats comparable to the Epic Knight's Heart with just a smidge more guard angle, crit rate, and damage. Where the Hydra differs is its unique combo 3 and 4, its fever, and of course its unique skill. The Hydra's combo 3 is a very low damage, high range thrust attack, and it states it has stun and pull, but it's not really the case. It more just locks him into a hit stun, which can be easily broken or ignored by certain armor setups. We did some testing in Discord and there's currently no actual stun to it. However, it is nice to mess with players' heads. Combo 4 is where the money is, inflicting 200% weapon damage with 2 quick whip cracks of your blade. The catch is combo 4 only activates if you land combo 3. You cannot hit air and then load combo 4 like other weapons. You have to connect with something, whether it's a monster or a player. Its unique ability throws your sword at a nearby opponent, teleporting you to them and inflicting 50% weapon damage and exhaustion. This sounds oddly similar to the Crimson Eyes unique, and while it doesn't have the range of the Crimson Eyes unique, it does have the ability to jump over walls, just like the Chaos Ender as well. Given that it inflicts exhaust off the cuff, this would make an extremely good opener to start a fight, or a great way to catch your opponent. Lastly, the Hydra has 2 interesting effects. First, it passively increases healing and HP recovery by 20%, and this is both for skills, recovery depots, and vector healing. So prepare to see a lot of vector Hydra combos. This is doubly OP with its fever effect that resets all cooldowns, including your special skill. A Hydra user with recovery 2 or blink 2 could do some serious healing in a pinch. Best to kill Hydra users as soon as possible and as fast as possible. You will most likely not outlast a prolonged encounter with one unless you bring bleed to take out all that healing. And that's it guys, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the leave it at someone else's doorstep because I ain't keeping it. This has honestly left me with a mix of emotions, and while I love the mileage system since it gives us something back for all the crystals you spend and donations players make, I am a little worried about the xcoin dump. Like, that was a big thing for a lot of us, and now we're wondering what we're doing with it. The whole, scrapping TP for xcoins to make something that you actually like was a big part of the free-to-play schema of this, and it's kind of a kick to the groin, I'll be honest. But at the same time, the mileage system is supposed to sort of like make up for it, because now for the first time in the game, we have guaranteed legendaries. This is a first. It takes a little spinning to get there, but yes, they're guaranteed. Let me know how you guys feel about this. I'm kind of all over the place with it. I'm literally saying the phrase scrap is crap now. So I'm wondering if I'm ever going to be looking at xcoins again outside of winning them in matches or getting them from events. Sidebar, I'm super stoked that my fave weapon type is a super tanky, weapon with CC and nice spike attack. That is nice to have. I just gotta cross my fingers and pray to the legendary gods. And if they don't come through, there's the mileage system for some guaranteed droppage, right? And my pre-swings. Don't forget, I haven't forgotten about those. That's like the only cape I want. Anyway, definitely look out for my next video or stream. I'm gonna try to get these a little more frequently. Drop your ideas down below. Let me know how you guys feel about the new update. And also, if you guys didn't notice, there's like 10 codes in this video. So look throughout those if you missed any. Definitely get those free crystals now more than ever. And as always, love, peace, and elevate your hunts, guys. Lates.